3, 4. Mike and John got it going on. Mike and John got it going on.
That was a quick lap. Boy, did you do well, John.
I mean, you should have seen me. I was
Speedy Gonzalez.
amazing.
Yes.
As I hobbled to the bathroom.
Here we go. It's Mike and John got it going on. Mike Marino, John King, and I have some bad news.
Again?
John did not make that lap like we thought he would.
Sorry.
How's day 3?
You know, it's so I had this knee replacement. Very, as the nurse put it to me, she said, violence was done to your leg. You know, I'm like, I get it. So it's going to be painful. Okay, got it. So I called yesterday because there's a lot of pain. And
You got a boo-boo, don't you?
I'm looking at my pain pills, and I'm counting
You're going to
them.
have to start rationing now.
I started counting them. I'm like, I have a lot more pain than I got pain pills.
We're going to have an intervention because I'm a little worried about the addiction factor.
I called the nurse yesterday, and I'm like, hey, these are my issues. I'm really, stairs are ridiculous.
You're
and
going to have to move on to
I'm giving her
Tylenol.
what I think is a litany of complaints, and, because it was. And I get to the end, and she's like, yeah, that sounds about normal. Okay.
Did she say, quit being a whiner, King, and let's move on?
No, she was thinking it, I'm sure, but... yeah, so it's kind of like suck it up, Buttercup.
That's right.
Yeah,
You gotta roll with the punches.
yeah.
You gotta roll with the knee tear out. That's the new slogan.
Okay.
Lots to come today. We have a local play that's going to be put on.
Yes. Tuck Everlasting Jr.
Not to be confused with Everlasting
Well,
Talk.
no. Of course, it's Community Theatre of Howell.
Yes.
We'll talk with a couple of the actors in that play coming up.
So we'll get to that. Also, the bad news is that nobody answered our trivia question from last night correctly.
Right.
There were some that were close with the clue that I put out earlier this morning. So what we're going to do is carry it over till tomorrow. And by carrying it over, I mean we'll give you a new question with a chance to win those tickets.
Okay.
This evening.
All right.
You want to give the answer? We'll do the answer after news.
Sure.
How's that?
All right. We'll take a look at some of the answers we got, and then
Sure.
we'll give the correct answer.
All right, of course, Mike and John got it going on. Brought to you by Jordan Genso, the official Giggle Realtor. We'll have a Jorbit coming up in just a little while. Look at our 2-cent history lesson, too. But first, a look at local news brought to you by Cooper and Binkley Jewelers in downtown Brighton.
All right, here's what's going on. A longtime member of the Livingston County Planning Department has become the county's new planning director. By a unanimous 9-0 vote, the Livingston County Board of Commissioners last week approved the appointment of Scott Barb to the position, officially taking over for Kathleen Klein Hudson, who retired in January after 32 years with the department. Barb is no stranger to the county's planning efforts, having been the principal planner since 2006, with 4 years spent in planning efforts in Heartland Township before that. He has a degree in urban and regional planning from Eastern Michigan University and is certified by the American Institute of Certified Planners. County Administrator Nathan Bird told commissioners Barb is a great communicator, which they say they learned firsthand as they went through the interview process, saying he's very well suited to lead the department. Bird said Barb was the right person to lead the department moving forward. And Jill Kane, Three Fires Elementary technology teacher, was recently honored with the MySTEM Network Region 2 STEM Integration Educator of the Year Award. That's a big plaque just to fit all that on there. Kane received her award during the MySTEM recognition ceremony. The award honors educators with a consistent record of integration of STEM, which stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, as well as high-quality STEM-related experiences for students. According to a press release, Kane goes above and beyond to ensure students learn in a safe, healthy, supportive, and exciting environment, using maker spaces to engage students and help them uncover their talents and interests by making, producing, solving, creating, collaborating, and thinking. She also uses her skills and experience to motivate students, nurture their desire for learning, and help other teachers integrate STEM experiences for students outside of traditional STEM classrooms. In addition to being honored at the MySTEM recognition ceremony, Kane received a $1,000 grant to help increase her impact around STEM education. Kane plans to use the grant funds to replace and upgrade existing STEM equipment to expand programming for her students. And that's what's going on.
And news brought to you by Cooper and Binkley Jewelers in downtown Brighton. Despite the construction, they're open and ready to serve you. They have a commitment to customer service, community involvement, honesty, professionalism, and of course, exquisite merchandise. Matter of fact, the Binkleys are, along with Lindsay, in Orlando, Florida at the, I believe it was the IJO.
Isn't that, yeah, I think that's what...
The International...
You named it yesterday.
Yeah, I did. But
I assumed you had the right name.
I had it yesterday, but I no longer have it. It slid right out.
If I saw correctly, they were poolside yesterday.
That was post-shopping.
Yeah, well, yeah, of
for
course.
Jewelers. You have to take a little breather by the pool.
Right.
Make sure the diamonds are right. Discuss the diamonds. It's like a diamond meeting. We're poolside right now, as a matter of fact, here in John's living room. If we opened up the windows, the pool would be right there, and it would be very cold.
It'd be covered in snow and
yes,
ice
it would.
And tarp.
But anyway, Cooper and Binkley has a unique mixture of exceptional quality jewelry, value, and a warm, inviting atmosphere. Stop by today or shop online, Cooper and Binkley Jewelers in downtown Brighton. If you're looking for custom designs, they can take care of you there. They've got the latest from Simon G. and Zagani, CooperandBinkleyJewelers.com. And on Facebook, keep up with their travels and their shopping in Florida on Facebook, Cooper and Binkley Jewelers. All right, so last night, the trivia question, Tuesday Night Trivia, or TNT.
Brought to you by our OG sponsor, Firehouse Doors.
They've been serving Livingston County, by the way, for over 25 years.
What?
Unparalleled service and products.
Yeah.
Who are you going to call when you need
You
a
wanna
new
know
garage
what?
door or service?
Not only are they unparalleled, they are unperpendicular, too.
Well, they are kind of up and down when it comes to a garage door, so I don't know if you want to
Oh.
put that unperpendicular in there. We'll blame that on that little orangish bottle that you have sitting right next to you that you're complaining is getting low. The question from last night. According to a new survey of singles, these are people who are dating.
Yeah.
57% said this is the worst thing you might have to do on a first date. Worst thing you might have to do on a first date. So what's the first thing that comes to mind? You're going on the first date, somebody new.
Right.
Or perhaps it's somebody you've known for a while, but it's the first time you've actually dated. Worst thing you could do.
That you could do.
Yes.
Not your date.
That you could do.
Right.
Patricia said, talk politics or religion.
I mean, on the other hand, kind of get it out of the way.
But it could end the date early and save you some money.
Well, let's put it this way. What's your goal for this date?
What's the end game of the
What's
evening?
your end game? We'll just leave it at that.
Kim said double date with their friends. Yeah, first date, double date. I guess it's a security thing, but...
Right, but if they, again, with friends, they're like, you're friends with these idiots?
Classy Dawn said take a dump. Probably you don't want to do that right in the middle of the day.
Right.
Or at the table.
Right, if you're like, I got to go take a dump, you go...
That's the classy way to say
right.
it.
Order me a meatball sandwich. I'm going to go take a dump. And then when I get back, we can talk.
That's right. No, that's not right. Past gases was another popular guess.
All right, I got to go blow the doors off the stall.
This one just smells like I did it. Change a date's flat tire. The worst thing that you could have to do on a first date.
Oh, that you would, okay. Worst in the sense
and
of
this,
like...
according to Linda, said she actually did this for her husband.
Oh. Well, then that wasn't worst.
I don't know. Could have been a
Worked
good
out.
thing. He's like, she could change a tire.
Yeah,
She can do that.
You don't want to do it, but...
No.
But now, if you're the guy in that situation, you kind of feel like, I got to do it.
All right.
You can't be like, I want to get my finger dirty. I'm not sure how to do it. It's not going to look great.
Pay for your own way, said Christine. Let's see. Wendy said go to the Golden Arches.
Well,
That could be the worst thing. That's pretty close.
I mean, classy people go to Arby's.
They've got the meat.
That's what I've heard.
Bring your own. Being on your phone, worst thing you could do.
Right.
Yeah, that's definitely got to be a turnoff. So some of these, not even close. So
You added a clue.
I added a clue last minute, and it was nobody knows NOSE, the correct answer yet. And we had some close, but
nose-related answers. That were
nose-related answers.
gross.
Blowing your nose, take care of a bloody nose. And Whitney said, take care of a booger hanging out of your nose. That, technically that is pretty bad.
It's not
great.
It's
there.
Yeah.
You got to find a way to smoothly kind of cover that. But that's not it.
No.
The answer was sneeze.
Oh.
The answer was sneeze.
I don't know that that's the worst thing. I guess it depends
If-
how you
if it's
sneeze
a-
or
if
when
it's-
you sneeze.
If it's a real
blowout.
liquidy.
Yeah. Right. Especially these days.
Yeah, a big old snotty one and it's all over the place. An explosion, that might be a turnoff.
Or if you have a weird sneeze.
Well,
people
that was
people
what
have a
I was
lot of wind up and then not a lot of delivery.
Yeah.
Or it's the reverse.
Wind up.
And then it's reverse, where it's like, huh?
Yeah. Oh, sorry about your steak.
Yeah. You gonna eat that?
So that was our answer. We did not get the
Okay.
correct answer. Blow your nose is close, but we can't take that.
No.
We have standards here.
Well, let's not go.
They're low, but we do have standards.
No wonder amount of drugs you're taking.
So, unfortunately, no winner for the tickets to Guys and Dolls, but we'll put those up again.
All right.
For tonight's trivia,
Right.
brought to you by Firehouse Doors.
Wednesday night trivia. Be on it.
Yes.
You'll have your chance to.
All right, I'll make it a little easier. I'll underhand this one.
And of course, Firehouse Doors, bringing you trivia.
Your one-stop shop for residential, commercial, and rolling steel overhead doors.
There you go.
Easy for me to say.
Not really.
All right.
Give them a call, 810-599-7480.
We'll get to our 2-cent history lesson in just a bit. We want to remind you, we were told by our designer, Nikki, at Spirit of Livingston.
You have a designer?
Yeah, we do. It sounds good, doesn't it?
It does.
Our in-house designer.
Well, yeah.
Outhouse designer.
Our outhouse designer.
We were told that there are some leftover, speaking of OGs, leftover OG Mike and John Got It Going On stickers. Do we have a copy of one of them? I don't think we brought one into the new location up
We've
here.
upgraded. I didn't realize we had a supply.
Yeah, there was some, the lost stickers have been found. The OG stickers.
wow.
So those are available in our merch store, along with new gear with the new logo, which John profusely put over my face yesterday.
What are you talking
Thank
about?
you very much. Yeah.
I would never do that.
Well, you did. So go to mikeandjohnpodcast.com. Click on the merch button, and you can see.
Okay, Harold.
You're making it very hard.
There we go.
To
I put it over
put up
me.
Yeah, that's a little better. We make it bigger?
Yeah, hold on. Actually,
You're gonna blow it up, make it a little bigger?
here we go. If we do this.
Put it up. There you go.
Okay.
Now
then
translate it
we'll
over to
fit
there.
it. Okay.
There you go.
Good.
Okay,
Now-
it's Mike
now I
and
can
John. Got it going
recline.
on. Yeah,
I'm all covered up.
So go to mikeandjohnpodcast.com for, of course, local news, happenings here on the podcast, and, of course, the merch store. Spirit of Livingston. Summertime's coming up after we get another 4 to 8 inches this weekend of snow.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Aren't we
So,
we're springing
let's-
forward this weekend?
Yeah, we are. We're
Yeah.
springing forward, so that'll make the snow get here quicker.
Enough.
So,
we get it.
Yeah, it snowed. So we're going to get snow, but you can gear up for summer. Buy now so you have it ready to go
yeah.
when it's 80 degrees a week from now. It won't be, but
It'll seem like it.
when you go on vacation, wearing the Mike and John gear, people say, hey, it's Mike and John gear. I should get me some of that. I should get me some of that. Poolside? Maybe the Binkleys. We'll see you poolside
Maybe.
if you're in Orlando.
It's possible.
All right. So we're talking about a local play coming up at the CTH.
Yes. It's the Tuck Everlasting.
Do you know what Tuck Everlasting is about?
Oh, we're going to find out, fella.
You don't know?
We're going
I
to find
thought-
out.
Oh, you
fella.
didn't want to review the. reveal the
You,
secret.
you want me to just give everything away?
Well,
That's
you
what this
usually
is all
do.
about.
You
Well, I
usually
know, that's
do.
true.
So
Yes. Of course, at the Community Theatre of Howell, opening night this Friday.
snow or no snow,
Yeah,
the
that's
show will go on, from what we understand.
All right. Good morning. Who are we talking to?
Hi.
John, who are we talking to? We're talking to Ellie and McKenna.
You want to know?
Ellie Ryder and McKenna.
McKillop.
McKillop.
Is that how we say it, McKenna?
Yeah, that is how you say it.
Okay, good.
You're MM, just like me.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Now, McKenna, you play. It's the man in the yellow suit?
Yes.
All right.
that is-
How'd it go for wardrobe on that one?
And Ellie, remind us who your character is.
I play Winnie Foster.
Okay. And so Talk Everlasting, it's based on a novel by Natalie Babbitt. And tells the story of a family who drink water from a magical spring and become immortal. So
It's like the Fountain of Youth then.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
kind of a deal. But there's a bit of a twist on this story. So Ellie, why don't you tell us how Winnie fits into all this?
Well, Winnie is just very longing for adventure, and her mother is very strict, and she's always caged into her little white picket gate fence yard, and she finally decides to run away, and that's when she meets the Tucks.
So the Tucks are the family that she's going to hang out with throughout this adventure?
Yeah.
And so McKenna is the man in the yellow suit. How do you come into this story?
Well, I am kind of like the mastermind of this traveling fair that is coming through Tree Gap, which is where the story takes place. And I'm plainly up to absolutely no good. I have heard tales of this immortal family. That's what I'm looking for, and I'm just there to cause trouble, plainly,
So this was a stretch for you acting wise, because I'm sure you're never in trouble.
Oh, yeah, it was so terribly difficult.
Right. No, I'm sure.
So tell us a little about the adventures that the family goes through with this and with the man in the yellow suit. You don't have to reveal the whole play or anything, but just to give us a little taste of what we might see.
Well, let me think. There's an encounter with one of the Tucks that doesn't end very well for, that's all I'm going to say. And, there's just a lot of, confrontation, and I don't really know what else to say.
Yeah, no, and it's a fun story, of course, for folks, and you've got opening night this Friday, but you've also got a whole bunch of school shows that you guys are going to be putting on.
Next Friday, yes.
Yeah, so those are next week, and so that's those school shows. Those can be kind of a long day because you put on kind of multiple shows in the same day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you get out of school yourself.
You're not setting a very good. You're the man in the yellow suit in this
I'm pointing out some of the positives. That's
So it's also a musical too, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you both sing, or does the man in the yellow suit does he have solos or what?
We both sing.
Yeah.
We both have some songs to ourselves.
Songs to yourselves?
Yeah,
oh,
so
so
you
it's like
solo.
solos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's your Ellie? What's your favorite song? What's your big song?
Well, there's lots of songs, but I think my favorite might be the opening, Live Like This, just because it has everybody in it, and everybody also kind of has their own part, and it's just really pretty.
Okay. And then McKenna, what song really stands out for you?
Well, she kind of stole my answer, so otherwise, I really like Everything's Golden, which is the villain song. It's kind of when all of my plan finally springs into action and everything's fallen into place, and it's just very fun. I get to be extravagant.
Yeah, and of course, as you said, Ellie, you mentioned that opening number where everyone's in it. So how big is this cast?
I think around 30 kids.
Okay. And so that's got to be a lot of fun to kind of work with fellow students and kids to put this on together. And I imagine that you guys have been working very hard to get ready for opening night. But obviously, you kind of make some friendships and some other relationships along the way during rehearsals and things like that. And so I'm assuming you guys are having some fun.
For sure, yeah.
Well, good.
All right. Well, we wish you the best and say break a leg, as you theater folks say. Again, opening night's this weekend, correct? This Friday?
Yep. correct.
Opening night is next Friday.
All right, next Friday, the 17th. You're running the 17th.
Oh, you know what? I'm a week early.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Sometimes you're a little like that.
Yeah.
It's that little thing he's got there. Yeah, he's a week early.
Anyway,
That's what
yes.
she said. All
right. So opening night's March 17th through the 19th. People can, of course, get tickets online, cththeater.org. They can find those there. Tickets are $15. All the performances at the Howell High School freshman campus. And again, it's Tuck Everlasting, the musical youth performance put on by
a lot of fun.
Community Theatre of Howell. Ellie Ryder and McKenna McKillop, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Yes, thank you for having us.
All right.
Now go to school so you don't end up doing a podcast in your mom and dad's basement. All right. Thanks for joining us, Ellie and McKenna. We appreciate
Thank you.
it.
All right.
Have a
Bye-bye.
great day.
Bye.
Bye-bye. A lot of fun, as always, with CTH. And you've had some experience at CTH, you and the family. I have had a little bit of experience at CTH as well. One line for a show that bombed. Okay.
So,
Yes.
looking forward to that, and a lot of great. I will say this, it's interesting because we talked with Josh Holowicki on Monday with the Brighton Musical Theater about Guys and Dolls, and they've got Community Theatre of Howell putting on Tuck Everlasting, and you think about all the other theater companies that are out there, and the school theater companies like in Pinckney or Heartland, Fowlerville. You got the Dio Theater, which does professional theater here, and honestly, I think Livingston County doesn't really get the credit it deserves for the amount of.
There's a lot of talent out there.
Yeah, I just think the amount of theater that is available in pretty small area geographically goes quite a long way. So I think there's quite a lot to do, and and for people that have never been before, whether it's to say the Brighton Musical Theater or whether it's to Community Theatre of Howell, would encourage them to check it out and go see. Our experience with community theater was my daughter wanted to be in a play, and okay, sure. And the joke was, I dropped her off for auditions, and I walked out with a paintbrush and a script in my hand, going, "What the hell just happened?"
And the next thing you know, John's directing and starring in a show, and
But
his daughter never. Nope, she's done. I'm taking over.
But it's a great. I will say this: the nice
family.
thing about community theater is it is a great way for families to do something together that you might not otherwise get to do in a competitive, somewhat competitive environment, but very collaborative at the same time. So lots of fun, and it was enjoyable to talk to Ellie and McKenna.
Absolutely.
And again, Tuck Everlasting coming up
March 17th.
next Friday.
A week from this Friday.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Jordan Genso, the official Giggle Realtor, is our big sponsor. Platinum, part of the Remax Platinum team. That's the Genso team, by the way. Jordan has over 15 years of experience in the real estate industry here in Livingston County. He can use his local knowledge and experience to provide you with expertise you need when it comes to either buying or selling a home. Call Jordan today, but here on the podcast, we like to give you a little bit more info, an inside scoop on Jordan Genso. We call it the Jorbit.
That's right. And today's Jorbit is most of Jordan's buyers use the local school districts as an important criteria for their home search. When you're looking to move, what kind of schools, what this community have, what kind of schools it got. Jordan's also familiar with local charter schools. He served on the board of directors for Flex Tech High School in Brighton for 6 years, including 3 as the school board president. He expects his daughters will attend the same Brighton public schools that his wife Lisa Doa grew up attending, but he knows the many school of choice options that are available. So obviously using that knowledge to help you choose what is right for you and your kids as well. So that's your Jorbit for today. This is very important stuff that Jordan's been passing along about skills.
Well, part of it, when we look at it, you say Jordan's a little younger than us. Well, a lot younger than us.
Yes, I know.
And we look at all the things he's accomplished in those young years. And yet here we are.
We're out of the basement
for now.
And we're up in the living room. I could light the fire.
Wow, we're like the Jeffersons. We're moving on up. Yes, we are. Just because John can't go down.
Well, yeah.
So, but anyway, if you need a realtor,
That's
Jordan
what she
is the one. He's got experience serving Livingston County community. Give Jordan a call today, 248-444-9777,
Right.
or find him on Facebook. Jordan Genso, community servant, community realtor. Did I get the number right?
You did. 9777. That's how his daughters
9777.
prefer that it be said. Yeah.
That's
So,
right.
Of course, we've got the Giggle line.
We do?
Yeah.
All right.
517-525-9052.
You just want somebody to call you, or?
Well, no, just
All right. Well, if you want to call
somebody,
John and wish him well.
or tell me where I can pick up some more. I'll meet you. Hey, fella. Mike's like, I want this erased. I don't want this. I want any part of this transaction.
What's the thing they say when this is just, these views are not shared by our advertisers or the mic half of this podcast. All right, just so you know.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to our 2-cent history lesson, shall we?
Yes, we shall.
Today is the 8th of March, March 8th. It's International Women's Day.
Okay.
We celebrate women internationally.
'Cause she's a woman.
Now, I don't know if this ties into it or not, but it's also National Be Nasty Day.
Okay. See what you took. I just want to say, what's that statement again about all these thoughts?
As we move along, it's also National Peanut Cluster Day. And it's National Proofreading Day.
Oh,
Did you proofread everything?
I tried.
We don't want any typos and getting people upset.
Oh, my God.
You know when you get a typo. All right. Boom. 1790 on this March 8th, 1790, George Washington delivered the first State of the Union address. Remember that? Cameras are everywhere. No, they weren't.
No, they weren't.
Was there anybody listening? Was it just saying?
No, because it wasn't even a delivered address. It was actually just a...
Took a feather from his cap
called a macaroni.
and he wrote it down.
Yeah, it was just a written thing that they transmitted to Congress.
And they said, "Oh, this is a bunch of BS."
yeah.
Sure.
Put it over here.
Everything's great. I'm doing great.
You know, not that you would wish this, but it would be interesting if a president ever got up there for the State of the Union and was like, this is a shit show, people.
We're in big trouble.
We are sinking. Okay. And kind of just ran off the stage.
If you don't know how to swim, time to start learning.
Time for the State of the Union. He gets up there and just goes, what?
George Washington delivering the first State of the Union address kind of set the bar.
Yeah.
Because there was nobody before him to.
Well, no.
1887. This was an important event, especially for us Michiganders. 1887. The telescopic fishing rod, made of steel tubes inside of one another, was patented by Everett Horton. Thank you, Everett.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't just you look at sure, it's just for fishermen or anglers as they call themselves. But we've used the telescoping technology
Well, yeah.
for many great things, whether it's a telescope.
Are you going where I think you're going with this?
I'm thinking selfie.
Oh.
Why was I? Where was I? Where was I supposed to be?
I was thinking
going
Gene
with it?
Rayburn's microphone.
Oh.
But I guess that wasn't telescoping.
No, but it would be cool.
Yeah.
You could just kind of fish it out to
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you,
Telescopic
for all you
fishing
match
rod,
game
patented on
PM
this date.
fans out there, yes.
Everett Horton. Remember that name. You might need it sometime. The United States government in 1913 started to levy and collect taxes. Income taxes, that is. That's when it all started, 1913. 1927, archaeologists in Iran discovered a 5,000-year-old manicure kit. So Captain Caveman was doing his nails.
It's a metrosexual.
He's like, I gotta look good. Going for meat. Well, manicuring kit.
Well, yeah.
That's nice. A little pair of scissors, toenail clippers, file. What do you think they used? It was probably just a stone, right? You think?
No, I mean,
it was
5,000 years ago it wasn't that.
It was a lava rock.
I'm sure they had.
You know how those things are. You step on them, you know it.
Have you had, you don't have Hulu, do you?
No, I don't.
Okay, because they started.
I wish I had Hulu.
They had the.
I'm not rich like
They've
you.
started. Yes, I'm so rich. They've started the History of the World Part 2. It's a series. I thought it was going to be a movie.
It's supposed to be a movie, wasn't
It's a
it?
series, yeah.
Oh.
So it's an 8-episode series. We started watching it last night, and it's just got little vignettes, and they just kind of jump around. It's like, something from the Civil War, and then something from, caveman days, or
somewhat
whatever.
how the movie was originally.
Exactly, and they just kind of move around, and it is
them over here.
It is so funny. But anyway, I just thought I'd throw it in there because it seems like that would be a skit out of there, where you have like a caveman with this manicure kit.
Did they play chess in this one?
Not yet.
Just asking. 1973. I don't know if they could do if it would be acceptable to play chess.
Well, they drop a few
From the first
F-bombs
one,
in this
yeah.
series,
Okay.
so I'm like, all right.
No, it's on Hulu. You can do whatever you want on Hulu.
Well, we should be on Hulu.
1973. This was disappointing to the McCartneys. Mr. and Mrs. McCartney, I'm talking about, as their son Paul was fined $170 for growing cannabis at his farm in Scotland. Paul claimed some fans had given him seeds that he didn't know what they would grow.
They're magical seeds.
It was like,
I didn't know.
sure.
How does that work?
I just put, here, I'll plant these seeds.
You're Paul freaking McCartney, okay?
Yes.
And I know it's 73 and the drug laws are very tight and, strict or whatever, but you're still Paul freaking McCartney.
He should
I
open
think
up.
that's his middle name.
He should open up a pod shop now that you think of it.
I mean, really.
I mean, come on, McCartney Cannabis? McCartney Cannabis?
Yeah.
Cannabis.
Yeah.
But Cannabis would kind of flow.
But
Paul's Puffers.
you just, at that point, you're just like, yeah. So? What do I write the check?
But I like how he's, well, a fan gave them to me.
Right.
Yeah,
But that's what I'm saying. It's almost like a
this
kid.
bottle of whiskey? I'm holding it for a friend.
That's what I'm saying. It's almost like a kid
Oh,
getting taught by their parents.
That was John.
Oh, it's not mine. I was holding it for Frank. Frank.
That dang Ringo.
Yeah. Ringo. Then, Paul's mom's going to get on the phone and call Ringo's mom.
Mrs. Starr. Do you know what Ringo's been doing? Because my Paul would never do that.
Ringo would never do that. That's Paul's. And they'd all just blame John.
Better get a hold of Lennon's
John,
family.
it's John. He's a hooligan.
He is. He's a troublemaker. Rolling Stone Magazine, 1990. At the Rolling Stone Magazine Awards, Cher won the Worst Dressed Female and Worst Video for If I Could Turn Back Time.
Now, wait a minute.
Who were the judges on this?
What the... Now, wait a minute. I mean,
If I
I've
remember,
seen Cher in some pretty outlandish costumes.
Sure, but there's some
But
that
one...
Yeah.
How you doing?
Come on now. I'm fine, thank you.
Yeah, and they shot that on a battleship.
Yeah.
And it's funny because the sailors in the
picturing
video,
it
they're
right
actual
now.
sailers. They were, they weren't extras or anything like that.
They're
And the
drooling all
sailors,
over themselves.
they had no idea what she was going to come out and do. They just knew, like, stand here. We're going to shoot this video.
Yeah.
So when she comes out wearing dental floss, and you see some of those, look at some of the sailors in the background because they're just like, yeah, because they were.
We haven't been this close to a woman near land.
I mean,
in 6
they
months.
were like, yes.
They could have put Roseanne Barr on that ship and they'd still feel the same way.
So yeah, I don't know.
All right.
I disagree with that call.
All right. Well, that was 1990.
Yeah.
They didn't know what we know now.
Well, yeah.
It was also in those awards that Donny Osmond won the Most Unwelcome Comeback Award.
You leave Donnie alone.
Yeah. I mean, that Soldier of Love
Soldier of
song,
Love, yeah.
it wasn't bad, but people were going,
It's great.
it's Donny
It
Osmond.
wasn't, bad.
It was okay. I mean, if it wasn't him, it was someone. What if it was a new upcoming person? What if it was
Right.
at that time, like 1990, so it was probably like late 80s? What if it was one of the new kids on the block at the time? People
okay.
were, oh, that's a great song. But it was the most unwanted comeback.
Okay.
All right. And finally, or unwelcomed
Very
comeback.
unkind.
Yeah, they weren't very nice to Donnie. He's had issues since then.
He's a little bit rock and roll.
Yeah. Had to do a show with his sister after that, too. Again. And finally, 2001, the Republican-controlled House voted for President George W. Bush's across-the-board tax cut of nearly $1 trillion over the next decade. They voted for that.
Yes.
They said, yes.
We're going to
Let's cut the
taxes on corporations, and then we're going to go fight a bunch of wars that we can't pay for.
We need some money. Well, we've recovered since then, financially. Everything's
Oh, yeah.
There's
Everything's
no debt.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God.
So,
No.
got
God,
that.
no. Everything's totally fine, sound. Absolutely. You talk to my kids, and they're like, we're screwed.
It's kind of...
And they look at it, and they're like, thanks. And
I don't know how to swim.
Yeah.
Now's the time.
And I'm like, hey, this is a tradition passed down from generation to generation, where the younger generation looks at the older generation and goes, "Thanks."
Yeah. Here's the can. Kick it further. All right. That's your 2-cent history lesson for today. You know, the snow is coming again this weekend. If you have some car troubles or you don't know if your car is going to be ready for it, see our friends at Murphy's Family Auto for all your auto repair and vehicle maintenance needs. John, give us that list.
Oh,
you know the things.
Tune-ups, brakes,
Electrical.
expert electrical.
That's double
not just
E.
not just electrical.
Yes.
Anyone can just be like, "Yep, that's electrical."
E squared.
You got to have expert electrical.
Yes.
Computer diagnostics. I mean, hey, cars today.
Diagnostics
You gotta
is a
know,
fun
You got to
term.
know what you're doing there.
Yeah, you got to diagnose it.
Wheel balancing.
You don't want unbalanced wheels.
Yeah. You walk in there, Glenn will hold a truck tire in each hand.
Yeah,
He'll
balances
balance
it.
them right there for you.
Just like a Pisces.
Yeah. Tire, shock, suspension. Like a Pisces.
Isn't Pisces the one with the scales?
Oh, yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, so there you
Or
go.
is that the Cancer? No, I don't
No.
know. Or Scorpion.
No, the
Or-
Scorpion is a scorpion.
Oh, yeah.
It's not a scorpion balancing things.
That would be kind of cool, though.
It would be neat.
Yeah. Batteries, air conditioning, the whole shebang. Give them a call, 517-552-3040. Open Saturdays 8 to 1. Murphy'sFamilyAuto.com.
You know what happens if you tell them Mike and John sent you?
What?
They give you 5% off. You thought it was going to be something bad. How
Yeah,
about
you're
that?
right.
All right. Murphy's Family Auto, your car knows.
All right. We've done it.
We made it through Wednesday.
Sorry.
We'll be back tomorrow. Is Rich joining us for the less
That's
you know?
the plan,
All
yes.
right, we'll
That
find
is the
out
plan.
less from Rich.
As always.
Richless.
Okay. All right. So we will be back on Thursday. Have a good Wednesday.
You're pretty smooth with the days. You want to play our song so we can go?
Giggling
Statements
Mike
on
and
this
John.
program are not necessarily
Tune in next time
shared by our
and
advertisers.
giggle on.